Math contest problem number 16. Quadrilateral inscribed in a semicircle. Let's have the problem. This problem came from 22nd PMO qualifying stage. A quadrilateral with sides of lengths 7, 15, 15, and D is inscribed in a semicircle with diameter D. Find the length or find the value of D. Let's have the solution. First, we set O as the center of the semicircle. And OS, we draw OS. And we draw also SR. And also OT. So as you can see, since OR is a radius, then the measure of that is T over 2. OS is also a radius, then the measure of that is D over 2, as well as OT. So that's D over 2. Now, since QR is the diameter, the measure of QSR, angle QSR, this one, is 90 degrees. And therefore SR, where is SR? SR, this one, this SR is equal to square root of D squared minus 7 squared, which is equal to square root of D squared minus 49. So using Pythagorean theorem. So D squared, this is the hypotenuse, D, and then this is one of the legs, 7. So D squared minus 7 squared. Square root of that is this one, SR. Next, since quadrilateral ORTS is a kite, ORTS is a kite because SO is congruent to OR and RT is congruent to TS. So that's a kite. The measure of OPR is equal to 90. So because in a kite, the diagonals are perpendicular. So that must be 90. And PR, this one, PR, is equal to square root of D squared minus 49. So this one here, PR is congruent to SP. So that's another characteristic of a kite. So since SR is equal to D square root of D squared minus 49, we divide that by 2. That is PR. Square root of D squared minus 49 over 2. Next, let's have OP. This OP. So using Pythagorean theorem, we have square root of D over 2 squared. This is the hypotenuse. Minus PR, that's square root of D squared minus 49 over 2 squared. Simplifying that, we have 7 over 2. So OP is equal to 7 over 2. Next, since OP is equal to 7 over 2 and OT is equal to D over 2, we will get TP as D minus 7 over 2. And another thing, TP also is equal to the square root of 15 squared, this one, the hypotenuse, minus PR, square root of D squared minus 49 over 2 squared. So we have the equation, this equation. So let's have this equation and we'll find for D. So first, we square both sides. So this is 225 minus D squared minus 49 over 4 is equal to the square of this, D squared minus 14D plus 49 over 4. Next, we multiply all sides by 4 So 225 times 4 is 900. Minus d squared plus 49 is equal to d squared minus 14d plus 49. So we cancel 49. And then we transfer negative d squared to the other side. So it will become 2d squared minus 14d minus 900 equals 0. So this is a quadratic equation. Simplifying that, we have d squared minus 7d minus 450 equals 0. Now we factor this. We have d minus 25 times d plus 18 equals 0. So it is clear that d is equal to 25 and not negative 18, because d, we're talking about a length. So diameter is a length, therefore diameter must be in positive value. So d is equal to 25.